What is going on, guys? Back up here with Tekka here, back with another unboxing video. Today I just got in my AIO cooler for my newest graphics card, that is the 9070 XT. So for those of you that watched my last unboxing video, this is my AIO cooler that will be replacing my air cooler that I currently have in my case right now. Now the reason why that I have to switch from an air cooler to an AIO is because the graphics card that I got, the 9070 XT, is a little shorter than what I was expecting it to be, and it also runs a 8-pin, or should I say 3 8-pin connector, whereas with the 7900 XT it's just a 2 8-pin connector. So unfortunately, because of the Duckworld Pro and how wide it is, I cannot fit all 3 of the cords in there, so I had to go AIO. Otherwise, I could technically return the 9070 XT, at least the gigabyte version, and buy the XFX version, which would take the simple 2 8-pin, but I already have the graphics card and I don't really want to go back and having to return it, and nor do I want to just keep this as a spare. I end up having to sell it or returning it. I'd rather just not do that. So it'll just be an interesting build. I haven't had an AIO since my first build back in 2020, so this is actually kind of cool. So it's a different brand, as this one is an Arctic Freeze, and my first AIO was from Corsair. So we're going to pop this open really quick. Now it is a 280 millimeter fan. So although I have a height Y60, and I've watched, just I read a lot of reviews on these in terms of people placing these in that specific case. A lot of people have said that it's the radiator and the fan are too thick for it to fit at the top, and that they side mount it. I was already going to side mount this anyway, as where my case is now, it's already using an intake on the side mount. Basically, it's using my side fans as an intake, and the top is already an exhaust, and the bottom is already an intake, and the rear is an exhaust also. So this is just going to replace where my current fans are now. And obviously, those are two 120s. It's making a 240, so this is going to be a little bit bigger. And although the gap will be a little bit weird because it won't totally fit it, it's perfectly fine. I didn't really want to go with a 360. I just don't really want anything that huge sitting on the top, nor do I need it sitting on the side. I think this, in terms of where my PC case is and how I have it set up, this will be more than enough adequate cooling for that. So this will work for an AM5, as I am running the 9800X3D on a B650 motherboard. I'm just going to pop this open and we're going to see what comes with it. So obviously it does not come with a manual, so you have to actually download that. And from all the manuals that I've seen, at least all the videos I've seen for installation, it seems pretty straightforward. Now, there's been a lot of people who question in terms of how you use the cords for basically installing this. Now, there are 2 different ways you can do this from what I've seen. There's one where it just requires one connector that simply just plugs into the PMW on the motherboard. Now, the weird thing is I don't know which one you plug it into. Now, obviously, the motherboard has a pump header that you would technically plug this into, but from the installation videos, from what I've seen, it actually shows it actually being plugged into one of the channel head feeds for the motherboard. So I don't know if I can just simply plug in any of the channel heads, or do I need to plug it into the AIO pump. To err on the side of caution, I'm just going to plug it in to the AIO pump because it's the labeled AIO pump and this is an AIO pump. So I'm just going to plug it in that way until, otherwise once I have this in, it's staying in, it's not coming out, and I'm not going to rewire it. And I'm not going to do like the 3 separate pins where you have one for the pump, one for the fan, and one for the temps. I don't really need to do all that. I can just simply have the computer do that. So we're just going to pop this little box open and we'll see what comes with this. So it looks like you get a bunch of hardware mounts. So again, because I'm running an AM5, it would be these brackets right here. It would have been cool if they had done, I've seen the one what you have, if you have an Intel CPU, they have a mount for the Intel one. It would have been nice if they'd done that for the AM5, but again, it should be perfectly fine. Like I said, I've watched a lot of videos. People complain about how the brackets don't fully secure in. I don't know that myself until I actually, get my set in. But these are the cords that come with it. So as I said before, this is just the one cord, the one connect. That simply just goes obviously into the CPU, and then that goes into the cooler itself. So I'm guessing the one connect is just that. Otherwise, this is your pump, your fan, and the VRM. And I honestly do not feel like wanting to plug these all three in. I just kind of prefer one cable. I like it easy and simple, as I had that issue when I first built my first PC. So I love the fact that it does simply just tell me to plug it into the CPU. So I'm guessing it'll just be the CPU fan. It'll probably be the AI, as I said before, the AIO fan pump. So that's that right there. So that's pretty cool. Then it again pumps into the radiator. So I love that. So that's actually kind of cool. I don't have to worry about figuring out, will the cords reach, will they not reach? We'll have to do some really weird cord management, because I've had this PC build the way I had it built for a while, and I prefer to not kind of mess around with it too much. So we'll see if there's anything else in here. This seems to be the header itself, the pumps and the pump blocks. I'm not going to pop this out, obviously, because I don't want to mess up the stuff. So this is the radiator, or the fan that actually goes over the CPU cooler. So that's that. It's actually kind of nice. This should keep my temps much cooler than the Docworld Pro. I'm not saying the Docworld Pro doesn't do a good job of it, but obviously AIO, this probably will make it a lot better. And then obviously you've got your pump header your pump right there. And then I'm guessing this is more cords, probably more. Yeah, it's just like a little bit more. So this is the bracket that you would use. I believe this is the bracket for the Intel. So yeah, so it would have been nice if I could use this with the AM5. I don't believe you can, because it's designed for the Intel version. But it would be nice if I could use this for the AM5 version. As you can see, it just says it's for the Intel LGA 1700 and 1850. Sorry, I realized it was off of that. So as you can see, this is for the 17 LGA 1700 and 1851 is basically what this is for. So if you have an Intel, this will work perfectly fine for that. Let me see if my camera can actually try it. Now, there we go. I wasn't focusing on it. So as you can see, it does work for the LGA 1700 and the 1851. It would have been nice if they included or made a bracket like this for the AM5. So this makes obviously screwing these in much easier. But again, if you've done AIOs in the past, you'll know that obviously there's just easier ways, and there's just kind of the normal way. So this is the cooler itself. And like I said, I'm not going to take it completely all apart, because putting it back together is just a pain. So it's a pretty sizable cooler compared to what I had prior to this with the Corsair. But that's the two. This is the 280, so this should have more than enough space in my height Y60 to obviously fit inside the case. Like I said, I'm gonna have this side mounted, and these will be intake, just like my current fans are. This means I just have extra fans. For this, I'll have 2 extra fans as opposed to just 3. So we're running around the same amount of fans, which I'm running 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, 9 fans is what I'm running in my height Y60. So this will just be basically replacing the 2 intakes that got on the side. So this should actually look pretty cool once I am done. Now, obviously, I can see why they were talking about it being thick. This might be a little bit thicker on my top mounted, but I won't know until I try. But because you can mount the radiator on the top part of the case, and then these just obviously just fit on the bottom. But I won't know until I try it. But I do believe that I'll probably end up having to side mount this, which again is perfectly fine. I don't think it's going to damage anything. I don't think it'll make it look any worse, and I don't think it's going to be an issue, because again, it's just a simple just plug in one cord, and that's really what I am looking forward to, because this is only going to be technically my 4th build, I guess you could say, in a sense, but it's not a complete tear down and rebuild. It's just me simply replacing my air cooler with an AIO and replacing the GPU. It's not replacing the CPU or a motherboard or a complete build. So I'm still learning how to build PCs and things like this, replacing certain parts. I'm okay with like the RAM or like the GPU, just a quick swap is fine, and putting on one air cooler for another one, I'm perfectly fine with that. But switching from air cooler back to an AIO, usually a little bit apprehensive because I don't want to mess up anything, and I don't like having, running like 3 or 4 different cords into this because it always makes me wonder, am I going to mess up something or do I plug in the wrong header? But I do love the fact that they do give you the option of just doing a simple one connection and then just letting the computer take it over. But I do also have some Noctua controllers that I can still use for controlling the other fans. So this will be working with just in tandem with whatever the CPU requirements are. And then I have my Noctua fan controller for my other 4 fans. So this is perfectly fine. But yeah, so this is again unboxing of my newest AIO cooler. This is from Arctic Freeze. I think this is going to work pretty well in my build. Now I might do a video of me putting this into my computer. Not really sure yet. I probably won't, just for the fact that if I have any issues or if I have to do something I don't feel like wanting to do, edit and then re-edit it. So I figured this unboxing is fine, and then once I got everything done and put in, then I'll make a final video of what this looks like in there. Otherwise, that's all that I got for you guys. I want to thank everybody for watching. Again, if you're new to my channel, my name is Black Appealer Tech Guy. My channel, I do a lot of tech reviews, unboxings, and a little bit of just tech in general on my channel. So I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you're new to my channel, please take a minute, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification. That way you don't miss content when I drop it. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you do want to see the final results of this, as well as the GPU installation once I got it all in, please subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss that video. And I'll see you guys later.